Yo guys, no nonsense, no how here again, and welcome to yet another review video. You'll have to excuse my appearance too. Took a little hit from a jack handle the other day. Happened to be the day before my buddy's wedding, and I was one of the groomsmen too, so those will be some great pictures, I'm sure. But let's jump into it. We're going to be taking a look at these ratcheting tie downs that I would call premium. They're made by Strappino. I'll drop a link to their website down below and try to drop links to these as well on their site and Amazon. But they sent me a few sets to try out, so let's see what they're all about. Now, ratcheting straps are a major upgrade from using rope, and I would call these a major upgrade from regular ratcheting straps, because the biggest feature they have is retractable. Look at that. So in this position, they're locked out, okay, and you can ratchet, and then you just release it, and boom, you have 10 feet of, you guys can't see the whole thing probably, but I mean, let's just give that a quick go real quick. Beat the heck out of it, throw it out, crinkle it all up, just because this is the big feature of these, right? Oh, all right, and look at it, still went in perfect. And with regular ratchet straps, the reason I'm making a big deal of that is because you throw them in your toolkit and they kind of, see, if you don't line them up, they get all hooked to each other. If you coil them up tight, which takes time, then they won't, but otherwise you end up with a big mess. That being said, let's take a closer look at some of the features and quality on them. So they come packaged like so, get ready to be strapped and steady. And you see, I already assembled this one, but it comes with a stainless steel bolt, which this is all marine grade stainless. I got a nice magnet here, look at that, nada sticking. You can bolt this right to your trailer. I'm going to try on the Bass Dumpster trailer and see if we might be able to do that. And then whenever you want to use it, you just spool her out, hook it up, good to go. Or it comes with the stainless bolt, so if you want to put the tail on it, you assemble it like so. And when you're not using it, I mean, you can just imagine you throw a bunch of these in a box, like they're not going to get all tangled. Here is their 1-inch version, which, mind you, the material they use, very, very good quality nylon, it seems to be. It's not like, it seems to be a finer mesh maybe, but they do each have their brake strength on them. So this 1-inch polyester webbing is 1,500 pounds brake strength, 500 working load, 10 feet, says how long it is on there. And let's pull all 10 feet out of this one and just see how that goes, how it's plugged back in. All right. So obviously, if you guys need like 30-foot straps, this might not be the ticket. But let's go ahead and just see. If you let it wind in, it just goes. I really like the locking deep S-hooks. It's got that positive locking clip on there. You might be thinking right now, well, I need something heavier duty than that, and no problem. If you jump on their website, they have all sorts of different accessories. They sent me a bunch of stuff, but you got these big old 2-inch ones, which are rated for the standard 10,000 pound braking strength with a working load of quadruple 3 pounds. So 3,333 pounds. Let's unhook this one and try it out. I kind of took it out of the package and hooked it in on itself, but you can see it, that would stow away really nice. It's, wow, look at this, guys. How convenient does it get? This one's a 16-foot, let's pull this all the way out. All right, you see it's webbed, locked, like sewed into itself on the end. So if you ever have to replace it, you totally can. Time will tell how good the ratcheting mechanism holds up. But boom, just spool that all in. And again, these are just really a convenience. That's a brief look at the heavy duty 2-inch, but wait, it keeps going. They've got this transom tie down one that at first I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is different. It's just got 2 hooks. Is there a mistake here or something? There are mosquitoes in here. But no, if you need a short strap for hooking your transom up, boom, look at that. You just pull it out, hook one end on the trailer, other end on the boat, done. Let's go give these a go on the Bass Dumpster trailer. My brother should be back soon, doing a fuel pump in his truck, and he opted to cut a hole in the bed. I grabbed the plasma torch and was like, all right, yeah, let's do it, which worked out very nicely. It actually had an aftermarket pump that didn't look that old to begin with. He's got his transmission out of his Freightliner as well, Century class. The Bass Dumpster and the Dauntless Death Trap, which actually has a roof on it now too, so it's not getting wet in there anymore. Still gotta do some body work to that. Now, I think these are gonna work great for the Bass Dumpster trailer, and this is really a good example because you can see I run one single strap across the whole thing, and it goes across these cables and wires and sharp edges, and then I end up with a ton of tail that I have to tie off. I'm actually right next to my beehive right now too, so I'm hoping they stay chill. All right, so with that tail untied, this is our standard ratchet strap. You have to, you know, pull this out so I can pull it all the way through, and don't mind that this hook is loose on here. I mean, that's totally fine. But all right, so a couple options here with the stainless marine one. I suppose what you would do is take the one bolt. Well, it comes with two stainless bolts actually. One for if you want to bolt it in, and the other for bolting the extension on. But I could bolt this right on here, or on the, if you guys can see it, the little eyelet on the end here, I could bolt it. I don't think that would be good though. I think you bolt it right through the channel, and then every time you go boating, you pull this out and you ratchet her down, and you're done. So that's one option. Let's try out these little guys. It's bothering me how loose that is. I'll tighten it down tomorrow though. But these little guys right here, this is 1 inch by 2.5 feet. Now all you would simply do is grab either end, I suppose, hook her on there, pull this out, hook it, and then look at that. When you're all done, you pop them off, throw those in your kit. I mean, they're not going to get all tangled up. So I really like these. I think we'll go with those on the dumpster. That's 1 and 2. Look how quick these are. Quick action. Just noticed I busted my trailer light off on the Jeep backing them up, I guess a while ago. Full of water too. There's a quick look at the honeybees. They ended up staying chill and not bothering me at all. Bro just rolled back up with his, what'd you get there?
Fuel pump, Ford F-150. Thing's always breaking, but you know what? I'll keep fixing it. This old thing, I thought it was a junker before I rode it, but I'll tell you, I'd say this thing would smoke an XR 650L side by side.
Next on the list is the Caddy Swamp Ass airboat. I'm thinking these stainless steel ones will fit the bill good for this. So again, on this one, I have excess, and I always just tie it off over here. And you know, that's only because there's something to tie it on. You have several methods when you have excess. Just to show you real quick, if you guys have seen, like, I guess I'd call this the trucker method. Make sure you don't have any twists in it. Get to the end, and then you do one loop. Make sure you're not twisting it, and then kind of just roll it in on itself like so. Bring this over to here, pull the center out. This isn't really a tutorial. And after 3 wraps around, you tuck it in on itself. And again, I'll try and plug a video to this if you guys want to see how to do that. But then you cinch it in, and you can tie your excess off like that. Again, that all takes time, and I don't like this strap running over the whole thing. It's just kind of goofy. The strap's gonna get worn out going over the edges here. This is kind of just a temporary. So I'm thinking we'll go to the back, and I can mount it right on the frame like so. Be able to pull it out, hook it on there, see how that looks. And here's what I ended up with. After much consideration, I decided to not permanently mount these on the trailer for 2 reasons. One, with the frame being so far in, it was going to be kind of pulling on this at a weird angle and end up probably bending it or the frame. And 2, I really like these straps, so I don't want to keep them, you know, solely for use on this trailer. If I want to use them somewhere else, I can. I did go ahead and add a piece of nylon webbing. You know, drop a link to this stuff down below too, but you get rolls of it, and it's really handy to have because you can see, and when you hook this on now, you don't want this strap chafing on the boat, so just slide your webbing down, and that way it's protected as you're going over bumps and such. Bring those down real, nice and tight too. And yeah, so nice quick action. No need to worry about them getting tangled up, and then when this webbing comes back, you just hook that, since it has the little, you know, hook or clip, you can hook it on there and it stays like so. I did remove the clip from the S hooks that hook on the trailer just because it would have been bent up if I left it on there. I'm hooking it on like angle iron, so those can be removed and put back on very easily. We're next day, and I want to do a quick deployment test on these 2 straps. To me, it seems like pretty convenient where you could just grab one side and go hook it and pull it. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's pretty convenient. You got no tail to deal with. I don't think these are going to replace all ratchet straps. You know, some of you are going to need a 30-foot strap and don't mind tying up the tail, but I mean, they are a nice thing to add to your kit because they're incredibly fast and convenient. look at that. I mean, can't do that with a regular strap. Let's try out the little guy. Just pulled right in on itself. Let's go across on the little guy. It's definitely convenient. And I think we're ready to close out this initial review. You will definitely be seeing these in action on many future videos, and we'll see how they hold up. I really like how they worked on the bass dumpster and the caddy swamp bass. I also, the idea of bolting the ratchet onto the trailer, and then as soon as you unhook your boat, just letting it spool in. That's awesome, and will probably work for many boat owners. So, I've actually seen that at the ramp before too, and I always wondered what kind of straps are those. The fact that those marine grade stainless steel too that we used on there, I mean, that's top notch, and I highly suggest checking them out if you're looking for a convenience thing. And I'll drop a link to their website down below. I'll try to drop links to each one that you saw in this video too, and we'll see how they hold up in the future. So if you got any feedback, feel free to drop it down below. Anything I missed, ask questions. I try to always answer that kind of stuff. And thanks so much for watching, guys. That was my review on the Strappino retractable ratcheting tie-down straps. Definitely an upgrade and something you might want to check out. No nonsense, no how. See you next time.